Hi everyone, my name is Megan Cheetah. I'm the youth minister here for our East Duluth Catholic Churches.
And I'm Juan Aragon. I am the middle school and high school faith formation coordinator.
And we just want to talk to you a little bit about the fundraising opportunities that we have and the events that we have coming up throughout the summer. The fundraising opportunities, you might have heard, we've been selling some cinnamon rolls after the masses, and this is to help us to fundraise for any event that the kids want to use the money toward. So if your student comes to help volunteer at these events, they can use the money will go into a general account, and then they can use it toward any event that we have. So we'll be talking a little bit about Totus Tuus and our Steubenville trip and Camp Survive. But this year we are trying to add some more fundraisers. So we will be having these cinnamon roll weekends throughout the year, and the kids would just come and help me bake them during Mass, and then afterward we would sell them. So that will be happening frequently because it's easy. And on December 9th of this year, we are doing a Christmas bingo fundraiser, and we still need some volunteers for that. So if your student wants to help bingo call or pass out the cards, we'll also be selling concessions so they can help with that. And the students who are the ones volunteering at these events will be the students who receive the funds from the event, just so we can make sure that we can put these fundraisers on. So on top of the cinnamon roll weekends, the Christmas bingo, we will also hopefully be doing a church cookbook coming up, dinners, silent auctions. So we will be having fundraisers throughout the year. And there is a sign-up sheet that I will make sure to attach, but if you go to the sign-up sheet, I will be updating it throughout the year. So if you're ever curious, just go on that and see if there's any slots open. And the money from these fundraisers will go toward our youth events. Totus Tuus is Latin for Totally Yours Through Mary, and it's centered around the rosary and a theme. There's a morning program for the elementary school kids, and then there's an evening program for the 6th through 12th graders. And there are games and snacks and talks and opportunity for small group. There's also a night that is devoted to adoration and confession. There's a night that's just solely for fun. So last year we went to Park Point and played soccer and volleyball and ate pizza, and it's just a really great opportunity for the kids. So the price is $30 per kid or $60 max for a family, but we're adding something new this year.
Yeah, so this year for the evening program, we are adding a service component to it, optional. So if you only want to participate in the evening program, you can only do the evening program, or you can do the evening plus service. The idea behind that is, so sometimes, we do these mission trips and people go really far away to serve people in different communities, and we don't realize that sometimes there are people here in our own community that need help, that need our service. And so this is kind of a local mission trip idea inspired by a quote by St. Teresa of Calcutta, where she tells us to find our own Calcutta in our own homes, in our own backyards, in our own workplaces, all of these sorts of things. Because, again, there are people in our community that need our help. And so logistically what this would look like is when the daytime program is done at 2 p.m., that's when the service portion of the day would begin. So if you have children that are in elementary school and also in middle school, high school, when you pick up your kid from the elementary school program, you can drop off your kid for the service program. So saving you a trip. And we would go to a service site, or we would do some sort of project on site, and then we would serve dinner, and then it would flow right into the evening Totus Tuus program. There would be an additional cost to that. We're not quite sure what it is yet, but there would be a small additional cost to the program just because we would be serving dinner. But we'll have more details about that once we're a little bit closer to registration. So this summer we also have a Steubenville Youth Conference that we'll be going to. So these conferences are put together by the Franciscan University of Steubenville in Ohio, and basically it's just hundreds of high school students coming together to hear talks, to grow in community, and on Saturday night there is this Eucharistic procession around the arena. Students get to be really close to our Lord, and it's just a really powerful encounter with our Lord in the Eucharist, which is amazing, especially in this time of Eucharistic revival. So last year we went to Springfield, Missouri with around 10 to 15 students with the diocesan trip. Unfortunately, the diocesan trip this year is conflicting with the dates that we're hoping to do Totus Tuus. And so we are going to be doing our own trip to Steubenville, Ohio. And so we'll be going to the Franciscan University of Steubenville. We'll be heading down on July 10th, coming back to Duluth on July 16th. And in addition to the conference, we'll be doing other things such as making stops at Wisconsin Dells. There's a state park in Wisconsin that we're going to stop at. We'll be doing service projects in Valparaiso, Indiana, and Toledo, Ohio. We'll also be going to Pittsburgh after the conference since it's really close to the conference site. And at Pittsburgh, the kids are going to have different opportunities of different choices of things to do. So things that we've looked at already, we haven't solidified these, but things that we've looked at are the Pittsburgh Zoo. We might take the kids paintballing. There's a climbing wall. And also in Pittsburgh, they have, is it the largest collection of relics outside of the Vatican? Yeah. There's relics of the True Cross, St. John the Baptist, St. Mary Magdalene. So we'll be making a stop there as well. So there's also going to be a formation component to this trip. So it's not just all of these fun things, but we're also growing in our relationship with the Lord. And so on the way to the conference, there's going to be talks about preparing our students for this encounter that they're going to have at this conference. On the way back, we're going to be talking about how can we use what we've learned at this conference, the experiences that we've had, to develop a further relationship with our Lord when we come back. One of our priests is going to be coming with us on this trip. So with that, we'll have opportunities for daily mass, we'll have opportunities for confession, for adoration, we'll have different talks around these different themes. There will be opportunities for prayer all throughout. And so it'll be a good opportunity for our students to grow in relationship with each other and then grow in relationship with the Lord. Registration for Steubenville will be opening up here shortly. We don't know exactly when. We're just waiting for bus prices right now. But once we get that, we'll have that registration information out to you. The deadline is going to be January 25th, just so that we have our numbers so we can get that to Franciscan so that they know how many of us to expect.
And the rough estimate for the cost will be around $750. It will not exceed $800, but we are waiting to hear back from the busing company, so that is the estimated cost. Okay, one of our final events of the summer is called Camp Survive, and it is primarily for middle schoolers, those who have completed 6th through 8th grade. There's also very much a role for our high schoolers. It's just a really great opportunity for the kids to enter into daily mass and talks, small groups, opportunity for adoration, confession, all those formation pieces. But also, it's also just a summer camp, so there's low ropes courses and swimming and boating and Nerf wars, and it's just a ton of fun. I've gone every year since 6th grade, and I'm still going, so it's just absolutely great. For the high schoolers, there's an opportunity for those who have completed 9th grade. They go into something called prayer team, and they're a little bit more set aside from the rest of the camp. So they're in a group of their own of about 30. They have their own priests. And they do all the same things. They get talks, they get to hang out with each other and do all the same games and have fun. But they are also given a small group that they are assigned to, and they are interceding for them throughout the week. So it's way more of a service role than actually participating in camp, which I think is very cool because you just get to watch how these students just mature and realizing okay, no, I'm serving others. And their talks are more centered around what is prayer, why is it important? So yes, prayer team is a great opportunity. For those who have completed 10th grade and up, you can be a junior counselor, and they are kind of the big siblings of camp where they just are helping the kids feel at home and they're getting them excited about being there. They put on hilarious skits and they do the theme song and they help lead the small groups, and they're just really entering in with the kids. And I have definitely seen that these high schoolers grow in their faith throughout camp just as much as the actual middle schoolers do. Week 1 this year is July 22nd through the 26th, and week 2 is July 29th through August 2nd. And the price is usually around $350. The diocese has not released the official cost yet, but as soon as we know, we will let you know that information as well.
The registration for camp is going to open for campers on April 15th, and then for the prayer team and the junior counselors, there is an application that is associated with that, and that will come out late January. And then the last opportunity for the summer that we wanted to talk about is, so this past summer we did a day trip down to the cities We went to Feed My Starving Children in the morning and did a service project there, just packaging food for the needy. In the afternoon, we went to Valley Fair Amusement Park. We had a really good response from that trip. A lot of kids asking if we're gonna do it again, so we're gonna do it again. We'll be going to Valley Fair again. We just don't know what the service project is gonna be. That trip will probably be a day trip in August. This past summer, the cost was $75. It'll probably be $75 again. But that's definitely something that fundraising can go towards.
We recognize that there are a lot of opportunities and that you have multiple kids and it can be hard to go to everything. So yeah, just a reminder that I will be updating that fundraiser sign-up sheet, and I'll make sure that you all have access to that. I'll be sending out flock notes, putting things in the bulletin. So yes, we'll let you know as soon as we know when things are going on. But thank you so much.